May 21st. Welcome back to my grandparents' garden. Grab a coffee and let's get smarter together. It was probably the anthropologist Gregory Bateson who formulated this paradox of our existence first. If a species fails to change, then it will no doubt eventually go extinct. If it does change, though, to adjust to changing circumstances, then again, it's not the same species anymore and the original species is gone. So, whatever a species does, it will erase itself from existence. What's true for species is true for ourselves. If we insist on a definition of a self that's a permanent structure, we preclude any learning, any maturing, any growth. And per this definition, as soon as we engage in any of the above activities, we are not ourselves anymore. So, even from a philosophical angle, it makes far more sense to define the self as a continuous construction project. The self is a process, not a set thing. And what are we doing in this process? We are constantly trying to make sense of our own memories. Memory in this context is not a recall of a scene from years ago when you lost your swimsuit in a race during a middle school swimming competition. The present lasts between 80 to 300 milliseconds, the time it needs to become aware of perceptions. Everything past this is, well, the past. And all we do have access to in the past are engrams, physical embodiments of a memory at which a later observer, in this case our later self, can look at and say, I know what this means. Every cell communication is an engram where the high-speed neural network is concerned. That it is per this definition information from the past doesn't make it less relevant. Biology is a hacker. It doesn't know or care what the original intent of a message in the engram was. Everything, every last bit of information that goes into the generation of ourselves is an interpretation. We are going to interpret the selected data as best as we can to get out of it whatever we need. And what do we need out of it? Help in pursuing specific goals in specific environments. Finding solutions is best accomplished when we conduct random searches. And that requires that we access as many engrams as possible, also known as switching the data sets that we define as a model of the world and wherein we data inside the boundary of ourselves. Applying this now to the central figures in heroic societies, the exaggerated any characteristic of exploration in a society that's acting out the natural tilt of explore-exploit balance. In this case, they exaggerated the continuous process aspect of the generation of a self by rejecting the written word. Because whatever you write down can always only feature a past self, someone you don't feel bound by and do not want to be responsible for. The spoken word in the shape of poetic sagas was far more flexible and therefore to be preferred. Chronicles only became a thing when Uber explorers felt safe enough in their identity that they didn't need to defend their expectation of special treatment anymore at every turn. Though they still don't think they should be held responsible for things their past selves did, asked Trump. But other aspects like the need to look constantly different by dressing not twice the same way or the need to move around between places persisted in Uber explorers, today's elite, to the present day. But the self being a process, not a set thing, is how it works for everyone. And not living it as an active process leads to a lack of dopamine and worse health consequences. So start exploring, also known as think. Make a habit out of thinking. Let's turn thinking into a movement. Like, comment, share, and follow lest you miss a single opportunity to improve yourself and society. Once you do, we'll see us and we'll meet again at the coffee pot.